Hello and welcome to Life's a Laugh, episode 2. We did it. I didn't give up on episode 1. Look at that. I'm so proud of myself. I'm making this because I feel like we need a little bit more laughs in our life, especially after this post-pandemic world. We could use a little laugh. We'll start off with some news today, and then we'll get into what I've been up to and just hang out for a little bit. The world's shortest podcast for those folks just like me with ADHD. So you're welcome. Let's get in. Let's get out of here. Here's what's in the news. Here's some jokes about the news. Chick-fil-a was fined over a volunteer program that paid people in meals, not cash. I think it's kind of messed up, but also, finally, a place where people can literally work for food. People have been holding those signs up for years, and now there's actually a place. Come on, I think we should give them a pass. Tesla's full self-driving car triggered an 8-car crash on the highway. Then the car went on the record saying, hey, listen, this guy was listening to way too much Nickelback, and I couldn't take any more of, look at this photograph. I don't think we can be shocked by this disaster because Tesla gives this warning when people install the full self-driving car. It says this: it may do the wrong thing at the worst time, and it requires an attentive human to be prepared to take full control of the car at any moment. You have to babysit this. It's not real full self-driving car. You can't be scrolling on TikTok and Twitter, blacking out. I think we should get rid of the self-driving car thing for now, bring it back when it's ready, because clearly we cannot babysit. I mean, I wouldn't have turned out this way if my mom babysat properly. California's drought has been called biblical now. It's a biblical drought likely to lead to more water restrictions in California. All of California's problems might have been solved if we can get Jesus to stop turning water into wine. I think that is the next move. I think we can put in a word with his dad. Maybe he'll help out. Meanwhile, in New York, the New York mayor is looking for an expert to finally handle the rat problem in New York. And to Chicago, said Splinter. Also in New York bans all retail sales of dogs, cats, and rabbits. But I just don't know where am I going to buy all the cats for my rat cleanup force. In People news, Donald Trump released an NFT collection, and just like his presidential election campaign, he keeps doing things no one wants. Tom Hanks was on Pelosi's attack suspect list. He was interrogated and then put on the record saying, listen, I was just doing kidnapping research for a new role. I wasn't actually going to do it, and I'm not sure why I'm on this list. Hopefully Tom Hanks is not a Pelosi attacker. We'll keep you up to date on that one, or I won't. I'll probably forget about it by next week if I'm being honest. And finally, doctors have created a vaccine against fentanyl to help avoid overdoses. I think this is great. The fentanyl epidemic is a disaster, but I always wondered how they would how they would administrate it very easily. And I feel like they're just going to tell the nurses for easy administration. They're recommended to tell all the patients, don't worry, it's just more fentanyl. You'll be all good. All right, that's all I have for the news. Let's have some laughs and talk about life. This week has been pretty wild. I was on radio for the first time. I did my first morning show. I do not know how anybody wakes up at 8 a.m. or before 8 a.m. If you do it, you are a godsend. Good for you. I haven't woken up at before like 8 a.m. for years, to be honest. That's why I became a comedian. So I got into freelancing so I could wake up at 11 like my body wants to. I'm a night owl. I love staying up through the night. I don't know how anybody does it, but it was great. It was a fun experience. It was really cool just to go in there, tell some jokes, hang out with some people who I really vibed with. I really want to get back on the show and just maybe just doing this. I really enjoyed being on a podcast and just like talking it up, yucking it up. So hopefully one day that happens. This week I had a big character revealing moment. I didn't realize how much of a little pussy boy I am. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say pussy because, feminism, pussy doesn't mean weak. I should say, I was a little ball. My balls are pretty weak, I guess. Yeah, I felt pretty unballsy. I don't know. Yeah, because I was walking with my grandfather at night, and we're walking, and I see this car a little bit away, and it's like hanging out in the middle of the street. And as they see us, they come towards us, and we're like hanging out by the beach, and we're just looking at the water. And as they come by us, they slow down. I just see a tip of like a gun exit, the window. It's just sitting on the ceiling. I'm like, this is it. This is it. It's been a great run, folks. And in a moment of cowardice, I just see this. I don't know if my grandfather sees it yet. I just step behind my grandfather. This is really messed up, but I step behind my grandfather, And because I'm like, you know what, in the Titanic, if it is ladies, young people, they go first. They get saved. The old people, they had their run. Good luck for the young people. And it turns out like some idiot kids just drove by with an airsoft gun and shot at us. One hit me in the shoulder. I used my grandfather as a nothing hit him, of course. I used my grandfather as a shield and I got hit. I think that's karma coming out for me. Yeah, that was terrifying. Now every time I'm walking around, I'm kind of a little paranoid that I'm going to get shot by an airsoft gun. These American shootings are getting really out of hand. Even kids are doing them nowadays. It's kind of crazy. I do like going on walks with my grandfather. I try to get him out of the house. He's not even that old. He's like 65, 67, 70, 71, around that age. He's pretty young for a grandfather. So I like to get him out, like to walk around. The other day we were walking around and I see a raven like picking at a squirrel. And as we're walking past it, like the raven hops off because I made eye contact with the raven, and the raven hops off the squirrel, and then he's looking in the air, just like head up, just like looking around, like he wasn't just eating a dead animal. And then as soon as we pass him, I look back, and the raven again, he's just picking at the squirrel. I'm like, did that raven just get embarrassed about picking food out of a squirrel? He's like, this is what a vulture does, man. This is not me, man. This is not me. This is what a vulture does, man. This is what a vulture does. I don't usually do this, man. Yeah, I do like walking with my grandfather. We go like all different times during the day, and it's pretty interesting to see how people like their moods change throughout the day. I think it's fascinating. Like in the morning, I get a lot of, good morning, how are you? Hope you have a great day today. Like we get that all the time when we're walking in the morning. Everybody's happy, but when it comes to afternoon, we walk in at noon and people are like, hello, hi, afternoon, no more good. It's never good afternoon, it's just afternoon. We're both here. We've had a morning. And then at night, no words are exchanged. It's just like a hand wave. It's a hand wave or a head nod. We've completely given up by the end of the day. It's crazy. Anybody else notice this? Maybe it's just me living in like this suburban neighborhood. Anyways, all right, walks. That's enough about walks. I could do an hour. I could do an hour on walks, but I won't. I'll save you the trouble. I'll save you the tears, the laughter tears. Yeah, man, dating has been crazy. I've been dating a lot. Here's all my dating stuff. I don't know. Let's see. I've been dating a lot. I've been on Tinder, Hinge. I hate all of them. I hate the apps. I want to meet somebody in real life one of these days. I think I can do it. It's so much better than meeting people on apps. I was stood up recently from an app, and I felt like I got rickrolled in real life. Except she gave me up and let me down. I hated it. I went on another date, and it was a successful date. I stayed over her house, and in the morning, I was waiting for the Uber to pick me up, and I was like, this feels like I'm waiting for the school bus in the morning. If I could, I haven't felt this feeling since high school, and that's exactly what it felt. Yeah, I was ghosted recently. A girl said I was funnier over text, and I'm like, of course I was funnier over text. Why do you think it takes so long for me to respond? I'm workshopping my material. I'm like, I'm hitting the room with the writers' room with the boys. I'm like, hey, you're not just getting me when you're texting. You're getting the whole group chat. You're getting me, Juan, Tuan, Juan, and Jamal. Okay, very diverse group of flirters. But yeah, so she ghosted me. If I wasn't funny as funny as I was, whatever. But it was weird because she like ghosted me, but also she kept liking my Instagram stories. And it's like now, not only was I ghosted, now I'm being haunted as well. What's going on with that? So I just called The Exorcist real quick, and I hit the block button. No more paranormal activity. It's great. I feel like I do like flirting in real life, but I feel like my flirt radar is broken. Like I can't really tell when people are flirting with me, like unless they're like really explicit about it. Like, oh, let me buy your drink. Let's hang out. Let's make out. Like that stuff I get, but it's like the subtle flirtingness that I can never get. Maybe one of these days I'll pick up on social cues, but like this girl was like, oh, I really like your eyes. And then she said something else, and I was like, oh, that's a very nice thing of you to say, friend. And she was like, friend, I want you to blow up my back, sir. And I was like, oh, my bad. She texted me that later. She texted me later. She was like, why didn't you make a move? And I was like, I thought we were just hanging out. That would just, you want to go for drinks? I thought that was just like, let's hang out, be friends. I didn't know this was like a go to get drinks. You know, I tried what else happened? I tried yoga this week. Yoga felt fantastic. I have never stretched that much in my entire life, and it made me realize how much I need to work out tomorrow. But it also felt so good. Yoga, for me, it felt like I was having sex. Like the first, like just a good sex. Like I was stretching. I was like, you know, get deeper. You know, getting my lunge deeper and deeper. I was moaning. It was very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing because I was moaning. I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, okay, yep, felt fantastic. It was ran by a comedian. Her name is Emily. She's a great person, very funny. And I just need to do yoga some more. In the morning, it hurt too. I couldn't even walk. Exactly like sex. My legs were on fire. She was like, all right, if you think your legs are on fire, just wait until we actually have sex. No, I'm kidding. I would never. She's a good friend. Not even a good friend. She's a good acquaintance. Could not. Would not. Made it weird. Isn't it weird how you can make conversations weird by yourself? I'm a special breed of talented. And the last thing I want to talk about, I did like the AI photos that everybody was doing finally. Like I finally jumped on that bandwagon. I jumped on that bandwagon like a month late. And I look like a god. It gave me almost like body positivity issues. Like looking at myself, I'm like, oh, I wish I was computer generated. Like why am I not computer generated? I look good as an AI. I think it's interesting. I think it will give, like AI in general, I think it will give people who aren't creative, like off the bat, a great chance to be creative. So I know there's a lot of controversy around the AI situation, but I think it's a good idea It's a good jumping off point for a lot of people who are just getting started in like writing. It's like, here, you give it a prompt and then it writes something and you can kind of use it as a jumping off point. Although I will say the jokes, I asked it to write some jokes for me, and they are not very good. What we're going to do today, instead of doing our joke of the week, instead of my joke of the week, we're going to do a little segment to end off the show called AI versus comedian. I gave the AI some prompts. I told it to write jokes about certain things, and then I wrote jokes about certain things, and I'm going to tell you the jokes, and you're going to decide in the comment section if the jokes are better from the AI or from the comedian. Who wins? Let me know. And we're going to jump into that right now. So I told the AI to write a joke about meditating. Here's the AI's joke. Why was the meditating yoga always so calm? Because he had a lot of Om in his life. Here's my joke about meditating. I love meditating in my car, but my friends hate it because they like when I drive with my eyes open. You know, I'm going Om, and they're going, oh my God, Elijah, look, a car. All right, that's one. Who do you think won? Joke, comedian, AI, let me know. Who was one? All right, here's joke number 2. Write a joke about a Uber driver. Why was the Uber driver never so calm and collected? Because he had a lot of passengers in his trunk. Ha, 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 ha. Honestly, that was a pretty good one. I think, I don't know. I'm kind of scared about that one. Last one, not so much. I knew I had this one in the bag, but all right, here's my joke about an Uber driver. I recently met an Uber driver. He told me that he lives in his car. I could tell he was kind of embarrassed about it, but I thought it was pretty cool that he gets to work from home. I always wondered what it would be like to be your own boss, and apparently it's asking strangers to help you move your laundry from the backseat to the trunk. Okay, let me know who's one or two. And the last one is write a joke about an anti-gambling billboard. Here's the AI. What did the anti-gambling billboard say? Betting on a better future. Don't gamble your tomorrow. Ha ha. Is that supposed to be a joke or motivational? I'm not sure. Go kill yourself, Elijah. Ha ha. Oh, dang, man. That's very rude of you to say. Here's my joke about an anti-gambling billboard. Yesterday I saw a billboard that said, got a gambling addiction, get help. And the tagline read, with help there is hope. I thought that was really cute. I think a better gambling billboard would be, got a gambling addiction, get help. Tagline, we bet you $100 you won't get help. All right, let me know who you think won, comedian or AI. It was clearly me, the AI. Your jokes are bad. Okay, well, thank you very much, AI, and thank you for listening to Life's a Laugh. I'll see you next time.